What is up, guys, gals, and non binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. It's Saturday night, live time. And tonight I set up a game for Would You Rather, but it's a TV and movies edition. So I hope that you will play along with me. Tonight I have some excellent tools. Let me go over them. This is a beautiful Grateful Pop blank, and it is turned by Butterfly Effect Wares. Ooh. And then I have from Butterfly Effect Wares the Topaz and Citron dot dot putty. And then for a tray, I am using a tray from Loena's Designs. This one is a larger size because there's two different ones. This one has a magnetic top on it, which you can attach to the bottom, which is awesome. It also has a magnetic pour spout, and I love it. And then the diamond painting that I am working on right now, let me get a picture for you, is Which Bedroom, not which as in WHICH, but which as in which bedroom, by Mrs. Butter D from Diamond Art Club. And I already started on a square here, so I'm just gonna keep on going. I hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful Saturday night. It actually was like almost too hot. What am I doing? It was almost too hot outside, and thankfully it has cooled off. I do have, hello, Jen. I do have a fan on, so if that does end up like it's too loud or it's really distracting, let me know and I can turn it off if it comes to that. But I think it's going to be okay. Anyways, how was your night, Jen? Are you working on anything currently? I'm gonna see how this camera setup is gonna go because right now it's like right at almost eyeball level with me. So we'll see if that if that continues working. Otherwise, I might have to move it around a little bit. Um, so I have not yet worked with this pen. This was along with the putty that was sent by Daisies and Decaf, Miss Wendy. And so I wanted to play around with it, but I love this Grateful Pop blank. It does such a beautiful job. Oh, it's gorgeous. And hello, Alice. Hello, Lily. Cooking dinner. Oh, okay. But you're still working on flower delivery. Wait, and then I think Abby is working on Under the Stairs, if I'm not crazy. Somebody's working on Under the Stairs. Hello, Wallflower. I I haven't really sat down to do much for diamond painting today, so I decided to go with something that's just, on the easy side, something that's not too challenging and very pink. So, Wallflower, are you working on your Tarsila Nevis right now? Is that the one that you're working on? Um, so hard to like decide what I want for next color. I mean, everything's pink, so it doesn't really make too huge of a difference, but trying to actually find the symbol I'm looking for, though. There we go. Yeah, that's what you're working on. This one has 60 colors, but really a lot of those colors are only used in like a couple of places. Like it's not it's very sectioned in that way where it has 60 colors, but they're not they're not used all over. So like this one, for instance, I think the only place it really exists is like here, and then I won't use it again. So I gave Mr. Beans a couple of Benadryl just to help calm him down, keep him relaxed. I think what I figured out is that there, I believe, is an unaltered female somewhere in the neighborhood, and it's got him worked up because he's an unaltered male. So I figured, give him a couple of, but not like too many, just, because his weight, he's quite large. But I figured that would help kind of keep him relaxed. So far, so good. Seems to be working out. Getting your nails done. Hi, Abby. Love is in the air. Oh, you are not wrong about that, Lily. It is crazy. Doggy love. Abby, remind me, you're working on Under the Stairs, right? Because Jen, although Jen right now is cooking some dinner, is working on flower delivery. I wondered if that was on purpose, like if that was planned. Hi, Melissa. Okay, so working a skosh. Oh, okay. Hi, Sarah. Got a little work stuffs to get done. Thank you for being here. I don't think anybody will be too wild that you'll need to worry about moderating anything. Otherwise, I'll just have to start, I don't know, slapping people around, for fun. For the heck of it. Yeah, your star color change. Oh, because the star colors change the longer that you're a member. And I think the final form or something is like purple or something. Finish flower delivery around the end of April. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Hello. Wait. Okay, so we can't call you other Sarah. And try Sarah sounds like, I don't know, a try hard or something. So we've got OG Sarah, and then we'll have to go with, how about Ceratops? There we go. Ceratops. Works for me if it works for you. I could go all Triceratops, but then it just sounds like, an actual dinosaur. So if we go with Ceratops, it's like, although I guess that could be construed as dirty too if you really try hard. Ceratops, yes. No, not leftovers. Leftovers, Sarah. That's harsh. Listen, I don't eat leftovers. Like, no, that's not true. I I didn't used to. Honestly, it wasn't until I met Dustin that I really ever started eating leftovers because I hated them. My mom was really big on making, like, I don't know. I think she thought she was cooking for a family of 7. And so she would make like large amounts of things. And one of the things she loved to make was goulash. I can't even eat goulash. To this day, I am in my 40s and I can't eat goulash because it grosses me out so intensely. OS, other Sarah, OG Sarah is you. I don't know. I like Ceratops. Do you like Ceratops? If you like Ceratops, then we'll be all right. Hibachi, my husband's favorite breakfast. Ooh, your husband's breakfast burritos. Yummy. Fried rice the next day is really good. And I agree with Wallflower. It does not sound like a nice way to describe a person. Leftover Sarah. Oh no. If somebody called me leftover Naomi, I would be like, fuck you. Get out of here. Like we're not friends anymore. I know, Togo. That was funny, wasn't it? Thank you, my bird. It's my hype bird over there. She laughs at my joke. Ironically, my YouTube name is the OG Triceratops. Okay. Okay, this tray is from Lowena's Designs. I love it. They have this size and a smaller size. It has a magnetic, if I can put it in the correct direction. Hold on. That's all me. That's not the tray's fault. It has a magnetic stopper, so even though it can just go in there, it is actually magnetic. It also has a magnetic lid, which I love because I can walk away and not worry so much. I mean, granted, pretty much my animal stay off the table, but you can take the lid and there are magnets in the bottom so the tray can actually, or the top can actually stick to the bottom. It does make it a little bit heavy, but I don't mind. You taking Ben's with you? Okay. Dustin's going for a drive. Well, he had Benadryl, so if he's not like jumping to get up, that's probably why. Yeah, so that's from Lowena's Designs. And Lowena's Designs, that's where we had the release papers from Mary Morales were made by Lowena's. And she started making some really cool stuff. She also has something I really love because I use Ghost for my single placers, which is essentially a liquid that turns solid and it becomes like a glue. I can pre-set up my tips. She's got a tip holder. And then she also has, you can use it as a wax holder. Hold on. I don't have the lid for it right this second. There it is. Okay. She has a wax holder, but I usually use it as like a trash tray or whatever because I don't use wax. But she has a wax tray or wax holder. She's got some other 3D printed things, and they're all of these really fun, like pastel-y colors. I love them. That's from Lowena's Designs. You still need the tip stand? Yeah, it's handy. It is definitely handy. But yeah, Lowena did our release papers for Mary Morales, and I will probably reach out to her again for something at least for Gods and Goddesses prizes or something. A lovely little shop. And I believe Lowena's is on Etsy. Almost positive. I would put some cash dollars on that, but I spent it all on my Morales this morning. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. She's got her own website. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Sarah, moderator extraordinaire, put a link in the chat for you. She's got them super moderator powers. She can put you in jail. I had to take away Noelle's moderator powers because she accidentally put Sarah in jail. That was a fun day. Everybody was putting everybody in jail. It was interesting. And I guess once you put somebody in jail on the YouTubes, YouTube just goes, no, you can't undo that action. You put them in jail. You must know best. Loans, designs, sounds too good though. Yeah. Hello. Hear me? Look what I'm using. We got Grateful Pop up in the chat. Look at, yeah, it's a Grateful Pop blank done by Butterfly Effect Wares. Look at, I summoned you. How cool was that? I used my super summoning powers. We got Grateful Pop in the live. How in the heck are ya? Yeah, I know it's gorgeous. You made it. It's beautiful. Yes. So pretty. Oh no, you just started and your back is spasming. That's not good. You did not just buy a blank. Liza Minnelli telling them lies. Yes, if you haven't already, you guys should go and like Grateful Pop Blanks on Facebook because he does giveaway things and he has little videos on there where you can see like some of his process and how he pours the resin things. And yeah, amazing. Missed the drop. Oh, and he does blank drops. So if you love his blanks like you should, then you can go and pick up a blank. And the thing that I love about, and you know what? Listen, I'm not just doing this because you're here either, Jeremy, because I would anyways. The reason I really enjoy Grateful Pop blanks, one, I really enjoyed the one that I turned. Because I turned my Satura blank. And the reason that I enjoyed turning this so much was because one, it turned like butter. I enjoyed that. Also, it's like having a hybrid without having like the wood or things like that inside of it. Um, because there's so many things in there. The weight is like a hybrid. So it has a really good weight balance too. The blanks do. Plus, they're gorgeous. I mean, that's a given. The clicking noise the diamonds make is very satisfying. You are right about that. Indeed. Okay, so I did set up a game for us, and I figure that if you guys would enjoy playing, I came up with a would you rather, only this time I didn't do it around, diamond painting or crafts. Oh, sorry, my bird's just yelling at things outside. Um, I didn't do it around diamond painting or craft. I thought, okay, let's do it around movies and TV because everybody has opinions about movies and TV. Now, if you watch, I suppose if you don't watch movies or TV, then you probably don't have an opinion, but whatever. You can still make decisions about what you would rather do with movies and TV if you don't really watch them, or you don't have to. That's okay too. But I figured, why not? I have fun playing games, as you guys know. It gives us something to do, more to talk about. I just missed like 3 diamonds over here from the last color that I just did. That happens all the freaking time. I will leave them till the end because right now I don't want to deal with it. But I don't know. I enjoy playing little games because it keeps things rolling. It gives us something more to talk about than just me talking about my life or whatever. Um, because fun times to be had. But I came up with a bunch of questions for us for a would you rather TV and movie night edition. Okay. So the first question, and feel free to respond with your answers. I would love to know what you guys think regarding these questions. But question number one, would you rather only be able to watch movies from the 80s or only TV shows from the 90s? Oh, that's hard. That's really hard. Okay, so only movies from the 80s or only TV shows from the 90s. And here's the thing, I freaking loved 90s sitcoms. Like, I loved Roseanne, I loved Family Matters, Full House, like Are You Afraid of the Dark? I could probably keep myself entertained on I just fed her. Well, I appreciate you trying. Yeah, I just fed her. I don't know what she's yelling at. You want to turn that fan off? Maybe she's getting cold? I don't know. Okay. Well, maybe she's not cold. Okay. Sorry. Distracted the bird. She's being extra today. Um, man, I don't know. That's hard. I love 80s movies. Oh my God, Buffy. I didn't even think about Buffy and Angel. Okay. I'm gonna have to go with TV shows from the 90s. And I don't think it's because I don't love 80s movies. I absolutely love 80s movies, but I feel like there was a certain like very popular genre of movie when we were coming up in the 80s, right? Like it was either some sort of like not even a rom-com necessarily, just like really chick flicks, okay? That's the only way I can describe it. And then there was like that really like showy, muscular sort of action movie, Rambo, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. Not that I don't like those, I love those just fine, but there really wasn't a crap ton of variety in the types of movies, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jaded because they keep puking my childhood on me with remakes and whatever now. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with 90s TV, I think. Yeah, final answer. Alice and Jin are going with movies. Ooh, Tigger's gonna get a pen tonight. Yeah. Still going with movies. Can't live without some without some of the wonderful Pretty in Pink, E.T. Oh, some kind of wonderful. Pretty in Pink, Back to the Future. Oh, I know. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to stick with 90s TV because, like, listen, I'm about to blow your mind, Mel. Nickelodeon, 90s TV. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Snick, Pete and Pete. Uh, you can't do that on television. Like, those things. I'm thinking about like 90s cartoons, Ren and Stimpy, Cow and Chicken, Powerpuff Girls. Like there was so much to 90s TV that like even MTV having music videos in the 90s. I could watch MTV, like even the TV shows, Beavis and Butthead, Daria, just yeah, I think I still on a cassette tape, like a VHS cassette somewhere, have a I probably have on a cassette tape like some recorded music videos from MTV. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop is good too. 48 hours, another 48 hours. Ooh, you're dropping tomorrow in Sassy Ashley's. Noted. Mark that down. Do you know what time? Yeah. Oh heck yeah. So there was probably some crossover with regard to like obviously some cartoons came out in the 90s and then continued into the 2000s. I'd have to look at it though, to be honest. I'm not certain of dates. I'm not good with dates like that. You could be right. I don't know. Stretch your back, try it again. Yeah, okay. 11 a.m. California makes it what was that? That's 1 o'clock central because you're 2 hours behind me. Okay, noted. You hear that, guys? 11 Pacific. Get you some blanks. They're so good. Put some more in here, I think. Have you missed anything? Nope, I was just asking questions about would you rather. Oh, somehow, I don't know how I did it, but got another color mixed in here, and I don't remember ever mixing any colors. I think what happened was some of them got stuck in the funnel of the last thing that I was using. And I think when I poured the next group, I ended up with the wrong color in with it from a different tray that I was using. Anyways, okay, next question. Couple Morales revives. Ooh, Dragon Spirit and Layla. Nice. Okay, you said 11 a.m. on Sassy Ashley's Creations on Facebook, correct? A revive of Dragon Spirit. Ooh, that's exciting. And Layla. Layla had some beautiful colors. That was a OG Sarah, an OG Sarah inspo, because Layla is the painting that OG did for Mary Morales. Yeah, beautiful. Hi, Jamie. Yes, on Ashley's page. Got to run. Oh, good to see you, Jeremy. Have a good evening. Thank you for popping by. Love seeing Jeremy. Always. See, I spoke him up using a Grateful Pop blank. See how that worked? That was pretty fancy. Use some magical powers. Love it when I do that. Sassy Ashley is outstanding. She does do beautiful work. She really does. Okay. So, question number 2. Let's see here. We've got, would you rather watch your favorite movie with someone who talks the entire time, or watch a movie you hate in complete silence? So here's the thing. If it's my favorite movie, I've probably watched it a bunch of times anyways, and I probably know it like verbatim. I probably know all of the words, I probably know all of the scripts. You know what I mean? Like I know what's happening in the movie. There are some movies still to this day that I could rehearse word for word, no problem at all. And so for me, like I am probably one of those annoying friends who talks through movies because I'm either like Mystery Science Theater 3000, like talking shit, or I'm just chatting because we're friends. And, I can movie again later when my friend's not there. If I'm watching a movie with my friend, then the point is really to hang out with my friend. It's not necessarily to watch a movie. So I don't care. My friends can talk through movies. That's totally fine with me. That doesn't bother me at all. Mom already does that. Nice. What if I'm the person who talks the whole time? Kristen, same. Same, same. I am the person who talks through movies. I really am. And I mean, like unapologetically, I just have diarrhea of the mouth. I just can't help it. Although, if I get like the vibe is when I'm watching a movie with somebody, time we're both seeing it, whatever. Unless I have something really smarmy or smartass to say, I am pretty quiet during a movie, but I don't know. If it's my favorite movie, I don't care. Talk through the whole thing. I know it. I've seen it. I can watch it again if it comes to that. Rather hang out with my friend anyway. Okay, next question. Would you rather binge an entire TV series in one day or only be allowed to watch one episode per week? Okay, I'm telling you, I do this already. I will hold off on watching a series until the whole thing is out because I hate waiting for a week to watch the whole thing or the next step. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it about The Handmaid's Tale right now. I hate the fact that I have to wait until Monday for the next episode, and then following that, there's another like week. I don't know how many are left, but I hate it. I would much rather watch an entire series or a season in one day than wait. I hate waiting. I'm horrible at waiting. In fact, part of the reason that I have not started watching House of the Dragons is because I'd like to just be able to binge the whole thing and not have to wait for episodes. Yeah. See, we're all on the same page there. I would much rather just see it all at once. Don't make me wait. That drives me cuckoo nuts. I don't like it. I need two out of here. Two. And I need two out of here. That's three, but all right. Next question. Would you rather accidentally spoil the ending of a show for a friend or have someone spoil your favorite series finale? Um, so would I rather have someone spoil it for me or would I prefer to be the spoiler? I often do end up accidentally spoiling things, which is also a good reason to just wait. And so like I remember when Game of Thrones was happening, I would avoid going on Facebook. I would avoid going like even now because I watch Survivor, um you know, my phone will recommend or pop up different, you know, Google sites or whatever based on what I like to search or what I watch or whatever. And so I end up getting things spoiled by my phone. And it's like, I wish there was a no spoilers setting for your like apps or whatever, not apps, you know, like where it just automatically gives you some stuff to look at. So I'm still not answering the question. Uh, I don't like get too bent out of shape though if something is spoiled for me because there's no way that they're going to be able to get me from point A to point B or Z as the case may be at the end of a series or a show or whatever. Um yeah, I mean it is what it is. I would prefer not to be the spoiler if I don't have to be. Spoil for a friend. I do that anyways. Yeah, and I probably am that person who like without thinking about it, I'll just say something and then not go like, "Oh, the whole world doesn't necessarily know that that has already happened or whatever." Yeah. Yep. But spoil it for me, it's fine. Quid pro quo and all of that, right? Okay, next question. Would you rather only be allowed to movies at night or watch romantic comedies with your parents every weekend? Hmm. Would you rather only be allowed to watch horror movies at night or watch romantic comedies with your parents every weekend? Well, um, I don't have any parents. And I mean, I'm not like I'm not anti horror movie. I'm not. Like I don't it is what it is. Like I've watched plenty of horror movies. There are certain horror movies I can't do. Uh but I mean, like if my parents were around, would I want to watch like a movie with my like a romantic comedy with my mom and dad or mom or dad or whatever every weekend? Probably not. Um I don't know. I guess for this one, I, I've watched movies with my mom. I want to watch movies with my mom every week. Sure. Sure, why not? I enjoy rom-coms, but I really don't love horror movies. Like I, I've watched plenty, but there's just something about certain themes in horror movies that I'm not. You know what really ruined horror movies for me? Because I don't have an issue with like I saw that well, really what it was going to the movie theater for I think it was Saw 2 in the theater, and Dustin and I went to go see it, and I'm watching the movie, and like I don't like that subject matter as it is, but then I get out of the movie and Dustin and I were having a conversation in the car about like what we had just seen, right? And I was more disturbed by the fact that like all of that crap was in somebody's head. Like the fact that somebody thought about all of those things, like all those different ways to torture or hurt people, that ruined horror movies for me. Like, because then I was like, I feel like I'm in the head of a serial killer. This is not cool. And so we went home and I watched cartoons for like hours until I went to sleep because it bothered me so intensely. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. And so I don't know. Yeah, I don't really do horror movies. Don't really like them. I don't think gore is scary. It's mostly just gross. Yeah, there's that too. Um, the gore of it is, I mean, it pull out some classic like Nightmare on Elm Street, or I used to laugh at that when I was a little kid. But like there was also there's certain themes in horror movies like what was the one? The Hills Have Eyes. That one was a great big no thank you for me. Uh the themes in it were just awful, and I wish that real life is scary enough, and when you bring some certain real life situations into horror movies, it's like it's already horrific. I don't need you to put it into a movie for me, you know? I'm glad that that's not so much it's not so much a theme anymore, because there was another and please never watch this movie. It's just horrible. It's called Wolf Creek. That one gave me actual nightmares for lots of days. Um, because the themes in it were just awful. They were terrible. It's too much. There's too many like you want to put up a paranormal thing, or you want to put out, a zombie something or a vampire something or whatever, fine, cool. But when you start bringing certain real life elements into it, that's no long like that is horrific. It's too horrific for me. And I can't do it. I pick cartoons, right. Yeah, Jen, I agree with you. And yes, Wolf Creek was based on the backpack killer from Australia. Yeah, and those sorts of things I would just rather not, honestly. I just yeah. Anyway, all of that to say that yeah, I'll watch some rom-coms with my mom every weekend instead of watching horror movies. Some of them make me laugh. Like, what was that one that we watched? The Visit, right? What was that one horror movie we watched? Was it called The Visit? Grandma boobs, naked grandma. That was The Visit. Yeah, I don't know. Naked grandma. That one kind of made me laugh. But yeah, it was pretty scary. Yes, you were very young when that one came out. I love horror and all the movies you just mentioned. Well, you're a little crazy, Alice. It's all right. Okay, next question. Would you rather be stuck? No, sorry. Skip one. Would you rather watch movies with bad acting but great storylines or great acting but terrible plots? Oh man. Bad acting is bad, right? But like how do you fix a terrible plot? You know what I mean? I would like there is no there's no way at least follow the story. And I think that the story is interesting, then like one, I'm probably the actor or actress for the remainder of eternity for their crap job on their acting. But I yeah, I can't if it's got just a really crappy plot and there's nothing to the story, then what am I watching? You know what I mean? I can't stay interested. Bad actors, I can deal with that because there are some doozies. Definitely some doozies. I hate both of those. Yeah, honestly, they're both terrible. I will grant you that. They are both terrible. I would rather do neither of them, but if I have to pick, I'd rather at least be able to not hate the story I'm watching. Because then there's like literally nothing to recommend it. Turning the TV off. Yeah. All right. Would you rather be stuck in your favorite TV show universe for a year or live in your least favorite movie universe for a week? Oh, wow. Okay. So live in your, you'd have to be stuck in your favorite TV show universe for a year or live in your least favorite movie universe for a week. Well, I'm not going to think about what my least favorite movie is first. My favorite is my favorite for a reason. Okay, so let's figure this out here because the other thing is, am I like, thank you. Am I like one of the main characters in my favorite TV show? Because otherwise, if I'm just like an NPC, I'm just a background character, then what does it matter? Um, and then I gotta be there for a whole year, or my least favorite movie. And see, there you go. When it comes to my least favorite movies, it's probably something scary, and I don't want to live in anything scary for a week or a day or a minute. I just don't, yeah. I have to go with my favorite TV show for a year. That was pretty easy. Rather be in my favorite TV show for a year than my least favorite movie for a week. Yeah, I didn't think there was too much that was really good in the restock. I would happily I would live in Fitz Creek for a year happily. Nice. A few weeks ago, my husband and I watched a movie with a great premise, but the acting was horrible and the storyline was all over the place. It was called Trap, and I felt trapped. Yes. Hate when that happens. Okay, would you rather only be able to watch movies in black and white or only be able to watch silent films? So, okay. Would I rather only be able to watch silent films or black and white? Pogo, what is your damage, Birdo? I know she has water. Here, I'll give her a few Chex Mix. Maybe that'll help her out. To give her some sort of a treat, I guess. I don't know. And that could be what it is that you're eating. And give me some of that. He doesn't. He doesn't know. Taki. Taki. Oh, Takis. She doesn't know she can't have Takis. Okay. Um. When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of shows in black and white. Like, I'm trying to remember what all was in black and white. I Love Lucy. Um, there was early, earlier Bewitched, things like that. And I feel like with black and white, your brain eventually fills in the blanks for you, right? Because I even watched like Lassie in black and white and things like that. And I feel like your brain almost fills in the blank information, but it helps to just fill it in even if it's not there. I mean, there are some really gorgeous silent films, but I don't like silence generally. Like I don't like silence. So for me it would have to be black and white movies. Um or black and white TV shows, movies, whatever. It would have to be the black and white because your brain is going to fill in the blanks. Can imagine a silent movie now. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah. And I would have to go with black and white. All right. Would you rather have unlimited snacks during movie night or get to watch every movie for free in theaters? Uh, I would rather get to watch every movie for free in theaters because, yeah, snacks are great, but movies are expensive. Now, granted, I haven't gone to watch a movie in the theater in God, I don't even remember the last movie I saw in the theater. One, because it's expensive, and two, because I just don't like leaving my house to watch movies if I don't have to. I'll wait until something is out on DVD or now streaming. Used to be obviously it was just coming out on DVD, but I'll wait now until something is streaming to watch it because I don't really one want to pay for the theater and two I don't want to go anywhere. I'd rather just hang out at home, watch it in the comfort of my home. But ooh maybe Lily's right. I like staying home, so unlimited snacks. All right, you got me, Liana. You got it. I get to stay home where there are unlimited snacks. We'll go with unlimited snacks plus free food. I guess that's true. Free food involved. Free food always tastes better too. Absolutely. I can buy that. Saw Sinners for $12. Seeing $12 sounds ridiculous to me. I don't know, is that a good price? You know how long it's been since I've been to a movie? I don't even know the cost of a freaking movie ticket. I don't even know if that's good. I don't know if $12 is a lot or not enough. I remember you guys remember the budget cinemas? Um, where you basically it was like $1.50, and I mean, granted, it was older movies. It wasn't, well, that's not true because they did have some older, but mostly it was like stuff that I saw Poetic Justice at a budget. Um, Boys in the Hood. I saw Malcolm X at a budget cinema. Like, I love the budget cinemas. I wish that they had them now, but everything nowadays is like, oh, it's got a recliner that you sit in and a cup holder in your recliner, all the fancy things like amenities, which are great, but you have booze and stuff at the theater now. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, not really relevant for me, but I miss Toonie Tuesdays. Ooh, Thunderbolts, but it was $12 Canadian. I think you got ripped off, sir. 12 isn't bad. $2 Tuesday. Yeah. Miss those days. And then it was 2 Toonie Tuesdays. Ooh. We have a drive-in not far from where I live, and I haven't been to it ever. Never. I'd like to go, but they do like budget movies at the drive-in, and I thought, that could be fun. Go and check out a movie at the drive-in theater. Some, budgety thing. Go see what's what. Be all right with that. It could be a good time. It'd be as fun as you make it, right? Okay, let's see. Next color. We'll go with this one. The largest IMAX screen in Illinois. Ooh, cool. Saw Barbie at 1. Its double feature was Clueless. Oh, that's cool. Okay, next question. Would you rather only watch animated movies forever or only live action movies forever? Hmm. Only animated movies forever or only live action movies forever? Well, okay, so here's the thing. I like live action. Not that I don't love animated. I love animated. However, the the golden age of animated movies has kind of come and gone. Like, we've we've lived through that era, and unfortunately that era is kind of over with. I haven't really seen a great animated movie in a long time. I didn't see the Bob I mean, I saw the Bob's Burger movie here. I didn't go to the theater to see it. That being said, it was a great animated movie, but they don't make a lot of great animated movies anymore. I mean, if you're talking like computer animated, like Pixar has come out with some really good stuff. Now, we were talking about this in the Discord, wherein, you know, the issue that I have with the live action remakes of animated movies, man, I saw that they're doing a live action remake of Lilo and Stitch, and I am not gonna see it. I draw the line. I haven't seen any Disney live action remakes, but I yeah, Studio Ghibli movies are good. What's the most recent Ghibli movie that they've come out with though? Because like I don't think I've seen a new Ghibli movie in a long time. Now, if we're talking like just things that I have in my house, like between the live action things or the animated things that I have like already on disc or file, whatever. Um, I don't know. It's hard because I have a lot of really good animated classics. I have basically everything that Disney has ever released for animated movies. Um, if it's my library of animated or live action, I do really love my own library of animated movies. I do. The Boy and the Heron. Ooh, for like I think it was like stop animation slash computer animation. Kubo and the Two Strings was really good. I enjoyed also trying to think of um Box Trolls was one. I mean, obviously that's been a hot minute since those have come out, but animation also can encompass a lot of things, right? Because you've got computer animation, you've got uh stop motion animation, you've got like classically animated. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with animation because I do love some animated movies, and if they're animated movies that I already own, I've got some really awesome animated movies. Watch my own uh library because I have basically all of the Ghibli movies for the most part. And yeah, I've got a lot of really good animated stuff. I've got basically everything Disney has put out, like I said, or access to. So yeah, I'll go with animated movies for the rest of my life, I guess. Studio Leica. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I think they did Box Trolls. Almost positive. It was Studio Leica. So good. On the Box Trolls. I feel like Studio Leica did Coraline, didn't they? Did I make that up? I might have just made that up. I might just want that to be true, but I feel like they did Coraline. Somebody check on that for me, would you? Did Studio Leica do Coraline? Yep, okay. And Kubo. Yep. Yeah. They have some really amazing stop motion stuff. I always like to watch the extras, like like the making ofs. I always find those fascinating, really fascinating. Okay, next question. Would you rather always fall asleep during the climax of a movie or always walk in during the last 5 minutes and get it spoiled? Not always walk in during the nude scenes. Well, although that would be really funny if you did. Oh, during nude scenes. Yeah, Ray was always really good whenever we were watching something like Game of Thrones. He wouldn't come downstairs for hours for anything, and then all of a sudden there would be boobs or bush on the screen, and then Ray would get hungry or thirsty and come down for something, and it was always when there was a nude scene happening. It was like, I don't know how in the hell you have such impeccable timing for nude scenes. And I was like, covers eyes, walks to kitchen. Sorry. Always, always with the nude scenes. Um, so here's the thing. I always already fall asleep during the climax of a movie. Dustin and I actually went to we stood in line for hours to go and see it was technically episode 1, right? Of the Star Wars movies. That was episode 1, right?
No, no, it wasn't. It was
The third one. I couldn't remember. Okay, wait.
yeah, because you were on logs when
Yes.
full lava scene.
During the entire lava scene where Obi-Wan and young Anakin as like becoming Darth Vader, that whole like fight scene between the two of them, I was legitimately snoring in the movie theater. Probably pissed everybody off that was sitting near me. Well, but we had been standing in line for, I mean, hours and hours. The Star Wars fever for those movies was real, and so you had to stand in line if you wanted to get a ticket to go see it. And yeah, I was legitimately right. It was the midnight showing. You know, the like is they legally put it up on the freaking screen, and I was just snoring loudly, probably pissed everybody off. Um, I don't think I've ever like walked in on the last 5 minutes. I would not like that though. I can always see it again, I guess. It's aliens. It's always aliens. It's always the answer. Right. You just hit rewind. Okay. Would you rather um oh god. Okay. This is a hard one cuz this happens to me. Would you rather watch a new show with no subtitles in a language you don't understand, or watch a great show but the subtitles are always slightly off? And I'm a weirdo. I'm gonna put this out there. I mean, you already know I'm a weirdo, but I'm a weirdo. I watch everything with subtitles. Like I watch subtitles on everything that I watch. That has been a habit that I got into when the kids were little, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, if the kids were asleep, I didn't want to have like loud sounds waking them up. So I would keep the volume on the television really low so that I wouldn't wake them up. Well, then as they got older, I realized that having the subtitles on the screen was essentially like having the kids being read to. And if the subtitles were up on the screen, then they would learn to read more quickly. And it worked. My oldest read at an incredibly young age, and I think that subtitles probably helped um, Orion with reading as well as he got older, because it's not something that he really enjoys doing. Like it's not something he loves to do is reading. And so there's always subtitles going on screens in my house. That being said, nothing is more agitating when you're watching something where the subtitles are just slightly off. Um,
Titles. So the words don't always match up. And sometimes like in the proper dub they subtly, but then it that's
yeah, yeah.
which is
So, I mean, it's not really going to do me much good to sit there and watch something in a language that I don't understand with no subtitles. I suppose, unless you're trying to learn that language, that's a good point. But assuming that that's not the reason I'm watching it, I'm going to have to go with the slightly off subtitles, because I mean, I'm not, I, I suppose I could just sit and watch something in a language I don't understand. That could be amusing too. Anime subtitles always be off. They are though. Subtitles slightly off. Already used to it with anime on Netflix. Yeah. Yeah. I can't hear if there aren't subtitles. Yeah, that too. And I feel like what? What did you say?
So let me turn the volume.
Yes, let me turn my music down so I can find this address. It's true though. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I obviously can hear. I don't have hearing issues. I have perfect hearing, but I just like having the subtitles. And I think sometimes it's all also like I learn I learn more about what is being said because I might not have heard something correctly. I'll tell you the times that I hear something incorrectly, and if I heard it incorrectly, I heard it dirty every time. I can't even number. But yeah, I feel like I I can hear just fine, but I hear better. I hear it better, I think, when I have the subtitles on. I don't know. It's weird. I'm glad that I'm not the only person who watches stuff with subtitles on, though. That's good. Okay, let's see. Next question. Oh, this is a shit one, too. Would you rather have your favorite character killed off early or have them recast with someone completely different halfway through the series? Would you rather have your favorite character killed off early or have them recast with someone completely different halfway through the series? It did happen in Game of Wait, who was it in Game of Thrones? Oh, your favorite character being killed off early. I see what you're saying. Everybody in Game of Thrones got killed off early. Yeah, there were a lot of people that were favorite. Let's not start naming names of everybody that got killed off in Game of Thrones in case people haven't seen it. Who did? Hario.
The sword. Something there, you know what I mean?
No.
He was the long haired dude.
Oh, the cell sword. I got you. Okay. Yes. Yes. The cell sword. They did change him. I was actually thinking about like Bridgerton because they recast Francesca's character. I mean, granted, I don't know who the other actress was. I'd at least seen the actress that played Francesca in the uh in her season uh of Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones, Bridgerton. Stop talking to me. Uh Tormund? No. Tormund. Oh yeah, they recast him too. Well, they needed an older because he was actually his cousin. He was Martin Lannister or whatever, and then they recast him as kid. Yeah, Joffrey's brother. Let's stop talking about Game of Thrones recasts, okay? Jeez. What about when they recast Becky and Roseanne? Yeah. Or yeah, that confused the shit out of me when they recast Becky and Roseanne. Um Oberon. Yeah, I would much rather that they die early. Some recastings are just not they're not good recastings, you know? Or just real freaking confusing. Like why did that happen? And like in some instances, obviously it's necessary. Like they recast Gandalf. Uh Richard Harris passed away. Like, what are you gonna do about it, right? But the person that they recast, or maybe it was Richard Harris was recast. Don't ask me to remember names. But the recast that they used for Gandalf, I mean, they had to, but they almost rewrote the way that his character behaved as well. And that pissed me off. I did not like that. It's like, why is Dumbledore all of a sudden a real dickhead? Because he really was. Scrubs had the chick recast, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love recastings. I mean, I understand it happens, but it's sort of like, okay, let's say for instance, if you're watching The Handmaid's Tale, what's her name? Gilmore Girls actress. She like all of a sudden just out of nowhere decides to go back in and fight, right? But the actress had left the show for a minute. I think that if they had just decided to recast that, everybody would have been like, what just happened? So I'm glad that they kind of sort of, without killing her off, just killed her off. That would have been the same as like with the Connors if they had decided to try and recast Roseanne. Like that wouldn't have made any damn sense. They've been like, huh. All right, next question. Let's see. Looking for a good one. Do do do. Would you rather be an extra in a famous movie or be the lead in a cheesy TV commercial? Okay. Would you rather be an extra in a famous movie or be the lead in a cheesy TV commercial? I mean, what are they paying? I guess is the question. One pays better. Being an extra, like slight topic, but still on topic. When they shot Divergent in Chicago, I have a bunch of friends that were extras in that movie. In fact, a few actually had speaking roles, which was really cool. And I know what, a speaking role versus like an extra role. Some of my friends also end up in like Chicago Fire and stuff like that. Friends from Ren Fair, whatever. But being the lead in a cheesy, like I was actually watching an ad when I was I was waiting in the doctor's office, and it was an ad for like, I don't know, some Colace or laxative or whatever, or maybe it was like a yeast infection commercial or something. And I always feel really terrible for those people. I mean, granted, you know what you took the money for, like you know what you got paid to do. But no way in hell am I going to be like the next face of laxatives or the next face of like yeast infection medication. So I guess I would rather be an extra in a really famous movie than to star in a cheesy TV commercial. Cause yeah, I don't know. Though some of the commercials that they've come out with, like Super Bowl ads and things like that are really hilarious. Those are pretty great. But knowing my luck, I would end up as like, oh look, it's foot corns lady. Look at her go. Or yeah.
Together make your money. Very Corn's girl, right? Or lady, you know, or would you rather get recording?
Wait, let me make sure they heard that. Say that again and come over this way. Hi, Glory.
Rather extra, you know, but you're always known as foot corns lady or yeast infection girl, or would you rather be an extra and get or whatever and get money saying something that you completely stand against?
Ooh. Would I rather be known forever as like foot corn lady or yeast infection girl, or get paid a lot of money but stay aligned? Like that is something that I completely stand against. Like whatever. Pro
Yeah.
terrible things. Okay. No.
Nazi
Yeah, let's not.
or whatever.
Yeah, no. I I would much rather be known forever as yeast infection lady than to say some really horrible thing. Well, but okay, but hold on, wait, stop. Hold on.
That's a lot of money.
Wait though. Wait though. The point of acting, right? Because okay, I played in a play where I was the mom of the whole point of the play was homelessness. And I played a mother who like sold her daughter into trafficking for drug money. And I had to say some really awful things in the play. And it's like it's acting. I mean, granted, you know, it's not like I stand behind whatever that thing is. Now, granted, okay, if it was something like I got to go in blackface or whatever, no, I'm not doing that. But I mean, saying a line in a thing that is meant to be a movie or whatever, like, you know, you shouldn't go around. Yeah, I'm deeply against a lot of things, but if the point is that like that is your character, you know what I mean?
No, it's like propaganda.
But they use it for propaganda, that's a whole ass different thing, Dustin. You're all trying to turn this into something it isn't. Now, you're just trying to get me to say that I don't want to, you want me to be yeast infection girl, I think is what it is. Is that where you're trying to get with this shit? Because footcorn.com. I love that Dustin's thinking really hard on these questions. Yeah, I knew that the whole point of that was to try and get that I was going to be yeast infection girl. Get out of here. I don't know what you were going to do, but go do it. Get away from me. I hate you. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me think on this a second. I'm an actress. I've said things that I don't agree with. Shit, I've said things that I didn't even mean out loud. Put all up in my mouth. Free of foot corns, I might add. Because I'm foot corn lady. Jesus. Okay. All right. So I have a new subject for us. We've done the Would You Rather TV and movie edition. Let's move on to Would You Rather Friendship edition. Friendship, it's the only ship that you can't sink. That's stupid. I don't know why I just sang that for you, but whatever. I'm crying. Okay. It's true. It's the only kind of ship you can't sink. Although that's not totally true because you can sink a friendship. I'll tell you what. I've done it. All right. Would you rather friendship edition? Would you rather have one best friend for life or 100 good friends you only see sometimes? Would you rather have one best friend for life or 100 good friends you only see sometimes. Well, like, I don't see anybody like ever, really. I am kind of sort of a homebody, and I feel like I do have a bunch of you that I talk to like on Discord or whatever. And I'd like to think of you all as my good friends. I don't see you, right? But I talk to you. I probably talk to you guys more often than I see any real life friends. You know what I mean? I struggle keeping up with even a few friends. Yeah, there's that too. One best, it's pretty much how it goes, especially. Yeah, and you know what though? But really, truly though, I would honestly rather have one because I do have one really good friend that I see kind of seldom, not as much as I'd like to see him, but he is my bestest friend, like the bestest friend. That I don't see all the time. Um, but you know, it is also good to have, you know, good friends, whatever. But if I have to choose between my one good friend and then having 100 essentially acquaintances that I can talk to, I mean, I don't have to talk to anybody. I do talk to people, but I don't have to, like required. Hello, Wendy. Look what I'm using. And you missed it. Jeremy from Grateful Pop was here. I must have summoned him as soon as I pulled out this pen. This was a gift from Daisies and Decaf. I'm using it. And I'm using the Topaz and Citron that you sent me. Ooh. It was weird. It was like I summoned him to show up. Okay. Next question. I'm doing the talking. That is true. Okay. Number 2. Would you rather forget your best friend's birthday or have them forget yours? Oh, my closest friends moved out of state. My number one bestie and I spend more time on the phone than in person. We could see, ooh, yeah. And that's kind of how it ends up being too. Like people move away. I don't have any friends. Wendy, girl, same. I'm your friend. You're my friend. But as far as I really have few, I have you guys, but that you guys are my friends, like for real. It's the friends that I have. Talking to you guys on Discord. That's the friends. Like, I mean, Dustin's my friend, I guess. I also hate him, but not the way it's supposed to be with best friends. Like you hate them sometimes. Want to just grind murder tweezers into their eyeballs. Because if that's true, then yes, Dustin and I are besties. You don't fart on my pillow. Don't tell lies. Also, don't think that you're saying things under your breath all quiet that I can't hear because I have excellent hearing. Tell people you fart on my pillow. Just pink eye all the time. That's I don't know. What are you playing? Is it Dark Cloud? Sounds like Dark Cloud to me. Cloud. Oh, you said Dirt Cloud. Well, I keep track of birthdays on my calendar, so it's okay. For the question though, would you rather forget your best friend's birthday or have them forget yours? If I don't set alerts and things for myself or what have you, I always forget people's birthdays. I am terrible with dates. Terrible remembering dates for things. If I don't set reminders for myself, like I will forget. And as far as like people forgetting my birthday, no offense to anybody, but most people forget my birthday. And that's okay. Like I don't need a whole big ass production about my birthday. It's not really a big deal. Um, maybe it was when I was younger, but meh, not like I don't need anybody to pomp and circumstance on my birthday. It's really just not that important. So I would much rather that my friend forget my birthday so I don't look like the a-hole. How's that sound? I forget my own birthday. For real though. It's true. It happens, man. I've forgotten my mom's birthday in the past. It's like, oh, I'm terrible. Terrible person. Forget mine. My mom had my birthday on the wrong day when I was a teenager. Yep. Oh, wow. That happens. All right. Would you rather go on a dream vacation with a friend who complains a lot or a boring vacation with your funniest friend? I would rather go on a boring vacation with my funniest friend because like my funniest friend is probably making it more fun just being there and being funny. At least I think so. Great vacations are great, but if you can't stand the person that you're there with, like I don't know. I don't think I'd like that so much. Now, granted, I haven't really been anywhere. I don't really go anywhere. So I don't have a good basis for comparison, but I don't know. A dream vacation with somebody that you can't stand just sounds terrible. Just sounds oh, well, a person who complains a lot, I guess. I don't like complainers generally, and usually if they're complaining, I'm the one who's like, "Are you hungry? Like, do you need food? Are you dehydrated? Like, why are you complaining as much as you're complaining?" Because people who complain get me pissed really fast. I don't I don't generally like people who complain. I don't generally want to deal with that. You know what I mean? Now granted, there is a time and a place for everything, including complaining. Sometimes complaining is necessary if you're like with somebody you're venting or you're just sharing your opinions or whatever. Like there is a time and place for complaining, but while you're on vacation, hell no. You knock that off. I'll leave you behind. Be catching the next Uber out of there. Tell the complainer I'm calling the wambulance. Yes. Bad companion can ruin a place, and that dream becomes it's very true. Went on a vacation that was supposed to be good last year, and among other factors, my annoying uncle ruined it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. At least if somebody's funny, they can make it fun, you know? Okay. Would you rather accidentally send a weird selfie in a group or post an embarrassing story on your main account for 10 minutes? I've done both. I've done both of those things. Um, it no, it was actually yes, and it wasn't okay. So let me make the okay. It was an asshole. Hold okay. I was trying to I was trying to send like a funny message about a shitstorm coming to my it was actually not my friend group, it was the cast that I directed at Ren Fair. And when I looked like for images like for a shitstorm, it was legitimately like you know that gif of the like the little girl running away from whatever, you know, they put things behind her and things are like on fire or there's a dinosaur or whatever. Do you remember that old meme with the little girl like running? Well, in the background, the sky was legitimately just an anus. and it said a shitstorm is coming. And without even really thinking about who and what I was sending it to, I sent it to the entire group that I directed for Renaissance Fair because I needed somebody else to see this image that wasn't just me. And to this day, I will still get a random person from my cast that will send it to me like as one of their memories from like 10 years ago today or whatever. I will still get messages with that shitstorm picture from those people that were in my cast at Ren Fair. So, yeah. I guess I would rather send an embarrassing selfie. What about a selfie? Is that what you said? Um, I mean, I think all of my pictures are bad anyways, so whatever. And I don't get embarrassed easily. I'm honestly one of those people that if I do or say something embarrassing, I probably share it anyway. Like that's not a big deal to me. Neither of these are really a big deal to me. Like I don't get embarrassed very easily. I mean, I do get embarrassed. Don't let me lie to you. I get embarrassed, but it's a lot harder to embarrass me than anything. You know what I mean? What's a weird picture? What's an embarrassing story? I don't care. My daughter accidentally sent me a picture intended for her boyfriend. Oops. Wasn't too bad, but I had to text back WTF. I laughed so hard at the time. I threatened to show her. Yeah, I've gotten my kids text from my kids that were not meant for me a couple of times. And then I'm just like, "What?" Yeah. Not often, but it happens. All right, next question. Would you rather be the friend who cries about everything or the one who laughs at the wrong time? Would you rather be the friend who cries about everything or the friend who laughs at the wrong time? I'm assuming that's in like social situations. I'm already that person. I am the one who ends up looking like an asshole in every situation because I mean, now I understand that to be autism and that I just don't do social cues very well. Glad that I have some sort of a reasoning for this because for the longest time I was just like, I am just a dick. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I already am the person who laughs at the wrong time. I don't deal well with people who cry about everything either. Like, it really depends on what they're crying about. But if they're crying all the time, it's probably not for a good reason. Like, not, I'm not saying that I, okay, there are obviously appropriate times where, okay, your dog died, your family member is sick, whatever, times where crying is appropriate. But I've had friends in the past who did cry about like legitimately cried about everything, not just whined about it or complained about it, but like cried about everything. Can't deal with those people. I can't. I cannot. I'm like, life could be so much worse, and you're over here crying about ridiculousness. Nah, I'm already the person who laughs at the wrong time. Get the nervous laughs. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, because for some of those people, it's like there are real life issues, you know what I mean, that are so much more uh devastating for people than whatever bull crap you broke the strap on your favorite pair of sandals or whatever. And it's like, why does everything? Yeah, why does everything happen to me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't do well with those types of people. I really don't. That's just bull crap on a level I can't handle. So I'm assuming that other people are like me and they do not want to deal with that person. So no, I have a friend who cries about everything. Forget that friend. That friend is a person who would like you to think about and speak about and pay attention to them. They probably desperately need to be the center of attention, and I ain't got time for that. I don't do well with that. The people are dying, Kim meme comes to my mind. Right. Yeah. Can't really cry in public. Home, I'm more sensitive. Same. Leaving early for game night. Have a good night, Jen. Have fun at game nights. What if the person cries because they're laughing so hard? That's different. That's different. I don't think it means that. It's definitely not asking that because that happens a lot too. Would you rather have your friend win the lottery or you win but have to share it with all your friends? Um I mean, great for my friend who might win the lottery, but I would rather win so I can share with all my friends. I tend to I tend to share everything anyways. I'm one of those people that I like to share what I have. Um, I would legitimately give someone my last something if they needed it. And sometimes not even if they need it. I get used a lot. Like I end up um feeling really duped because I've had friends in the past who, I felt like I kind of gave and gave and gave in the friendship and then got nothing back from them. Like I was always being considerate of that person and they were not being considerate of me. And I don't need somebody who like pays attention to my needs all the time and makes my problems their problems all the time and whatever, but it would be nice to at least be considered every now and again. Like, I don't know because I check in and I share and I give that I feel like they were not very good at doing the same when the shoe was on the other foot. You know what I mean? Like if I've got, food or whatever and we're eating dinner and they're really hungry, I'm gonna let them have whatever's left in the pan before I go and make myself a second helping or whatever. Just that's the person I've always been. What if the person cries because oh no, I already read that. Um yeah, I and not because I don't want my friend to win the lottery. I feel like better if I win and we all get to win the lottery then. Whereas, am I saying that my friend wouldn't share with everybody? Yeah, kind of. I'm saying that. I don't know that that's what they would do with it. I have no idea. Sort of like the trolley problem. Granted, I don't know what that friend's going to do with their lotto winnings, but if I already know I'm going to share it with everybody, then yeah, I'd rather it be me because then everybody wins. Yeah. Yeah. Number Okay. So, would you rather take the blame for something your best friend did or let them take the blame for something you did? Would you rather take the blame for something your friend did or let them take the blame for something you did? Uh, I'm a horrible liar. I'm really, really terrible at lying. Like, eventually, I'm going to fess up to anything that I do. So, I tend to I'll take the rap for everybody in the room. You know what I mean? Like I'll take the consequence or whatever rather than let somebody else take consequence for me. I own the stuff that I do always. So if I can, I mean, unless, my friend I feel like really deserves the whatever punishment might come along for whatever the thing was, I'll take the blame for it. It's fine. I probably did anyway. All right. Number 8. Would you rather only be able to text your friends or only be able to talk to them face to face? Uh it's hard because there are lots of things that can be screwed up in text because like all of your inflection is gone when it comes to texting. And I've actually had relationships kind of die because our relationship was kind of reduced to only texting each other. Would I rather pick the big box or the small box? For you, the big box. Okay. Um, ooh, a sword. But yeah, I've really messed up friendships having only texted with them. But the problem was that when I wanted to talk to them on the phone, like to explain or whatever, they were unwilling to have a conversation with me so that I could explain what I was thinking or what I meant or whatever. So if I could only speak to my friends in text, I have to get a lot better at the way that I emote things, I guess. But I feel like we live in a society where most people would choose text only for the most part, but like that's hard. Um, I don't know. I think I would rather I can only ever talk to them in text or face to face. I'd probably go face to face. I don't know. Like I said, I've really wrecked some. Oh wow. Okay, so this tray is 3823. That's the color of this tray. They disappear. 3823 is the DMC code of this tray. Like legitimately, I kind of can't see them. They're the same damn color. They're my friends. I would want to see them anyway. Yeah, yeah. So if like the only way I'm gonna be, I seriously am having a hard time seeing these drills. They are exactly the same color as this tray. 3823 is the DMC code of this tray. That's fun when that happens. And you figure out what DMC code your trays are. So yeah, I don't want to see them face to face. If I can't talk to them and I can only text with them, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Would you rather always have to match outfits with your friend or always speak a made up language only you understand? Oh, that's both obnoxious. Gross. Ugh. Well, I don't want to match I don't think I really want to match outfits with anybody like all the time. Anybody all the time. And Dustin and I were really obnoxious because when we worked together at the Humane Society, we would write letters to each other in a language that no one could understand. I taught him how to write in runes. And so we could have highly coded conversations on post-it notes in runes, and no one else knew what in the heck we were writing to each other. So I guess if we have a made up language that we both understand how to speak, then I guess me and my friend are going to speak in only a language that the two of us understand. Although I still do think that both of these are just really annoying. Like, I would think it was more obnoxious if we were dressing the same all the time. But that being said, you know, at least like fully on purpose dressing the same all the time. You and your friends are going to have similar interests and you're going to like similar things, but you don't have to like those similar things on the exact same day. You know what I mean? Because it's possible a lot of my friends and I had very similar clothes, similar enough style. And I feel like we probably, at least on one or two different occasions, did end up wearing the same thing on the same days, but not on purpose. The Spanglish count. Sure. Why not? I say yes. Okay. Would you rather have your friend prank you in public and make you cry, or you prank them too well and they cry? Would you rather have your friend prank you in public and you cry, or you prank them too well and make them cry? So that's hard because, like, my love language, honestly, is like giving people shit. I feel like Justin and I, and even our kids, have always spoken to each other in a way that's very like we rib each other and give each other shit. And like there have been times where, you know, my older brother has burned me so bad, like verbally burned me so bad that I wanted to cry. But I also feel like that sort of that sort of speaking to each other is like my love language. And I feel like if you give me shit, that you love me, right? Um so I mean I would probably either way, like if I was pranking them or they were pranking me, if it made me cry, yeah, that'd probably be a little embarrassing, but whatever. It was probably afterward, I'm probably gonna laugh. You know what I mean? So I honestly don't care. Hell yeah, I will prank the shit out of my friends and make them cry. Why not? Because again, it's my love language. Like I give people crap. If I don't pick on you and sort of like give you like I don't know. If I don't give you crap, then I might not like you. You know what I mean? I gotta get a poke in somewhere. And it's not because I don't like you. It's actually because I like you very much. If you can take a joke, if you can take that and kind of run with it, then we'll probably get along great. You know what I mean? because I'm hoping that you're giving me crap back. Yeah. Naomi's love language is taking the piss. It's true. It's true. It is very true. I and Dustin and I, like, that is just how we speak to each other. It's how we speak to the kids. It's just how we speak to our friends. It definitely, yes. I would say yes, that's definitely true. All right. Would you rather Oh, would you rather know all your best friend's secrets or have them know all of yours? So, I'd like to think that when it comes to the really important stuff, like the really important stuff, I'm really good at keeping things to myself. Like, I don't need to make somebody's business known when it's something, I mean, unless it's in honestly, like in a bid to try and help that person. I don't need to talk about somebody's business like that. I mean, I don't do that. Like, if it's somebody's private business, I'm not going to share it. Unfortunately, I don't trust any person. Zero. Love Dustin. Trust him zero with all of my secrets. Yeah, you heard me over there. There's still things that I've never said to Dustin. I've never told him and I never will. And not because I don't love him or trust him or whatever, but that's getting at my soft underbelly and nobody gets that. Hey, Vicky, welcome. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to say I would much rather know my friends' secrets because I'm good at keeping secrets. Like, when it really matters, when it really counts, I'm very, very good at keeping things to myself. But I don't trust any other person on this planet to be able to do the same. And it's literally nothing personal. It's just I have zero trust for any other person on earth to be able to do that with my secrets. And I've shared a lot of doozies with a lot of people, but not everything. Nobody gets all of them. No one, not even my therapist. And he gets paid to know my secrets, right? All right, next question. Um, would you rather, with your friend, get matching tattoos or start a business together? Ooh, well, one, like, tattoos mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, meh, tattoos. I could get it on my back and never look at it again, and nobody will see it because I don't ever take my clothes off for anybody to be looking at my back. So tattoos mean next to nothing. Going into business with somebody and possibly losing my slash their money, nah, I don't want to be responsible for my friend's money. You know what I mean? Because money between friends is a horrible idea. Like, legitimately, mixing money in with friends is always a bad idea. At least, okay. Like, there's a big difference between, oh, I gave my friend $50 or something. If I gave my friend $50, I probably did not care whether or not it ever came back to me, or I wouldn't have never given it to them if it came down to that. But when it comes to, like, a business where you're both investing money and whatever, like, what if I screw something up? What if they screw something up? It can really screw your whole friendship up. So I don't trust anyone enough to start a business. Yeah, I don't trust anybody enough to start a business together. Very true. And I just feel like money between friends, like that kind of money between friends can really, really, really screw up a friendship. I mean, it screws up like relationships. People start, getting married and signing paperwork, and then all of a sudden you're doing taxes together and whatever, and it can screw up marriages. Shit, if you want to really test your relationship, be poor together. And I don't mean just like, strapped and making ends basically just meet. I mean like being legitimately poverty line with a person that you want to be in a relationship with. And I will tell you what, you will learn whether you can really be with that person, because the way that you behave when you are like real poor, it's very different. This is how I know like Dustin and I are going to be okay in basically every situation, because we have been destitute poor together, you know? That'll test a friendship, it'll test a relationship. So yeah, no, I'll get a tattoo with my best friend. That's just fine. What am I working on? Which bedroom? I'll show you a picture in just a second. Which bedroom is, oh, where's the picture? It is a Mrs. Butterby. It is this one. She's so cute. She is so very cute. Very pink. It's a very pink painting, but she's cute. All right, let's do one more question, and then it will be time to wrap it up and head on over to Discord. Okay. Would you rather have a super clingy friend or one that disappears for months at a time? Would you rather have a super clingy friend or one that disappears for months at a time? I have a lot of friends who disappear for months at a time. And if it's a true friendship, then like you can pick up right where you left off. Nothing changes, nothing's different. I've got plenty of I feel like as like older adults, right? Like middle-aged, whatever, that we don't need our friends to be clingy to us like that. It seems like to me. So I would be okay as long as, well, I mean, as long as I know that this friend is a friend that does that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if a friend just disappeared for months and didn't have a, word to say about it, I didn't realize that this was the kind of person that they are, I would be a little concerned. But, if this is something that's kind of established, that that friend is the kind of friend who I'm not going to talk to for a few months, that's totally fine with me. I, in fact, would prefer it if, I'm really kind of crappy at checking in with, or I'm better about checking in with people than I used to be. And there are certain people that I would feel really weird if I didn't hear from them like at least once a day, because that's the relationship that we've built. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if Sarah all of a sudden didn't talk to me for 3 months, I would probably think she didn't like me anymore, because we talk to each other. Like we just at least check in with each other. If it was a couple of days, I'm not going to be concerned, but I don't think that that's clingy. That's just the way that we've established our friendship. I would be really worried if she just all of a sudden disappeared for 3 months and I didn't talk to her, you know? But I don't feel like, if I don't talk to her for a couple of days, that it's because she's clingy or something. So yeah, it just really depends on the friend, but I would say I'm totally fine with somebody who is not all over my snacks, you know. Anyways, don't do Klingons. Yeah, I have lots of friends who disappear already, so it's fine. It is totally fine. But as long as, like I said, that's the established relationship that we have. I know you're gonna disappear, then we're good. Just don't disappear, and then I don't know where you've been, and I don't know what's going on after we have this like normal to talk to each other every day sort of relationship. That would freak me out a little bit. I might need to call the authorities and have a welfare check done. I'm gonna need a welfare for this person because I haven't spoken to them in a couple of months. I get a little panicked. But all right, guys, I think that will about do it for the Saturday Night Live. I hope that some of you will pop on over and that we can chat in Discord. I will be in the usual spot. Otherwise, y'alls, I will see you again on Tuesday for the next live, and then again on Thursday on Twitch, and back here in 1 week. And each night will be at 7:30 Central Time PM. But all right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you over there. And as ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful, lovely world of ours, that you are having a warm and pretty awesome morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Don't play leapfrog with unicorns. I'll see you later. Goodbye.